Hello friends, it's Sherry from Turquoise Dreaming, and I am here tonight to share a new junk journal in my shop and my Etsy shop. And what I made it out of was a book. I've been doing some videos on converting a bedroom into a craft room, and as I was doing that, I discovered that I need to use some of my books. I've been doing I do all different sorts of journals. So, I've just been doing whatever, like cookbook journals and traveler's notebooks and, a book here and there. But I see, since I'm organizing my craft room, that I've accumulated too many books. So I am going to try to do some book or altered book or repurposed book junk journals. So that's what this is. I've got a book, a hardcover book here, and I've got what comes with it is going to be this pretty fabric bow that is made from scrap fabrics, and some of these are vintage fabrics and trims and things. And then also this is going to be the goodie bag that I'll put some surprise goodies in. I found these popcorn bags. I didn't have any like this, and I thought these were really cute. I have a couple different kinds. I have all different kinds of bags, but didn't have any like this. So I think these are really vintagey looking. I don't know how old they are, but I did get them at a thrift store. So I thought they were really cute. So that's going to be the surprise goodie bag. And then this is the cover of the book. It's the Anne of Green Gables story book, and this is the front cover, and this is the back cover. And I left them just like they are. They have a beautiful trim here with gold, like this is hunter green and gold on the binding edge here, and then it's bound with notebook rings. So that gives you the flexibility of, putting in new pages, rearranging the pages that are in here. It just gives you a lot of flexibility in that way. So we'll just get started with the flip through. I like to make my videos as short as possible. I know I don't have a lot of time, and so I don't want to take up other people's time. So I do value time for me and everyone else. So on the inside cover, this was the original inside papers here. This is a pretty paper here with kind of an Anne of Green Gables image with a carriage, and looks like two people on a carriage, that's pulled by horses. This says this book belongs to, and that was from the original book. And then I'll just flip through. Here I like to put a pocket somewhere inside the front and back covers. If I don't put it on, inside of the cover right here, then I'll put one somewhere really close to the front so that you have a pocket close to the front. So this is the first pocket. I've lined it with some old book page here, little sticker up here, and then this is the pocket here. And inside I have a piece of pretty stationery. So that can be journaled on or actually use the stationery. And then as we flip through, I used pretty scrapbook paper. This is an old divider page from a day timer. We've got some like notebook paper looking cardstock here, graph paper with a fold out. This is from, I found an old Smash book, and it had some really cool pages in it, so I cut those down to fit in here. And this says remember, and this is kind of postage or postal related graphics here on this front and back. This is from a Helen Steiner Rice book, and those have really pretty poems and images usually, if you've seen any of those books. But what I tried to do in here was leave it blank for you to embellish and write in. There's a lot of writing room in here, a lot of room for pictures. This is another page from the Smash book, Remember This. It has the Eiffel Tower here, so a really pretty page. But these are all original pages from different books and different ephemera type things that, nothing's printed in here. It's just all original, you know, fun, pretty pages is what I wanted to put in here. This is from the original book. It says Anne of Green Gables here. On this side, I put a little tuck spot, and this is a little journaling card. It says one day soon, and then inside is a journaling spot under this little tuck right here. This is just some lined paper. It has green lines on white background. This is from a vegetable, this is from like a flower and vegetable or gardening kind of book that I have. I thought that was pretty. This is another piece from the Helen Steiner Rice book. And I did use some paper tabs in here. And sometimes I glue them on, but sometimes, usually I put, if I glue, I also put at least some staples. So this one I didn't really glue. I just put two little tiny attacher type staples on the tab so that I want to make sure they are not going anywhere, you know what I mean? So they're nice. They're kind of like cardstocky type material or paper, and then they're held on with two tiny attacher staples. So I think those are cute. I like to use those. This is some map paper from the original map. This is a pirate ship. I have a pirate kind of journal that I took apart and I used a few of the pages in here. This is another page from the Anne of Green Gables book. Some scrapbook paper, some yellow lined paper, and I'll just keep flipping through. This is memories, ledger fold out here, Helen Steiner Rice, and then I got a flip up here with some copper washi holding that on. Here I've got a map page with a side, like a little side pocket here with a bunch of goodies tucked in. We've got a journaling card here, house note paper, a little booklet with a pretty little trim up here, held together with some tiny attacher staples, and this is coffee dyed paper. So a little handmade notepad there, and just a cute little journaling card, or decorative paper that you can use to embellish this journal or another journal, or however you want to use it. And this is from a coin book. This is very old. You can see it's very aged there. Here I've got a tuck spot on the top of this page with a journaling card that is this is heavy duty cardstock here, and it's two-sided or double-sided. And then this is just a piece of lined journaling paper. I've got a bunch of vintage labels, and I use one right here. I like red and white labels, and I found these old ones at an antique flea market. This is from a Cub Scout book, and here's a little corner tuck that flips up, and then some goodies in here, a little journaling card. Actually, these are all journaling cards. This one's double-sided. It's got bicycles on there. This is from a pattern with another tab about there. Here I've got a pocket, kind of a double kind of pocket here. Goodies in this spot. I can't get out. There I go. Okay, so I've got a tuck here underneath this piece. And then these are a couple little journaling cards, like made from index cards. And then under here I left a piece in here. Let me get it out. So this is a tiny little, kind of like a ledger looking journaling card with lines. You can write on there. Maybe I'll stick that one up here since it's so small. And then I've got just some interesting paper from the Cub Scout book, a tag I made from ledger paper, and then a double-sided journaling card. So that's what's in that tuck spot, or pocket, side pocket. And then we've got just some more really neat looking pages here. I love this one. kind of the vintage ledger looking page, and has numbers all down the side here. That's front and back. Here's another pretty one here. You are here. Pretty on both sides. I've got a bunch of goodies tucked in here. Another like a double pocket. Bunch of goodies tucked behind here, and then another little pocket down here. And this is a little booklet. Another little booklet I made with some trim up here, held together with two tiny attacher staples, and it's coffee dyed paper, so it's a little tiny notepad that you can write on. And this has got a tab on it here, right here. And then this has got a pretty pocket on this one. This one is also lined with some vintage book page. And here's the pocket here. And a bunch of goodies. This is an old flashcard. Just some interesting paper with lines you can write on, a Rolodex card. This is pretty here too. And a fold out there. I like the different size pages also. Makes it, you know, good variety and more interesting. This is from a gardening book that had these pretty black and white images, and it is old, so you can see it's got a little age to it. Another pretty pages here. Fold out, lots of writing room. This is from a children's poetry book, and I've got a little tab over here. This is from a piano book. Let's see. This is actually from a Christmas piano book. It's got a pretty image on this side. I thought that one was really pretty. Scrapbook paper, and this is from a budget book. Lots of writing room and lines and little interesting squares and things. Ledger paper. And this is from the Anne of Green Gables book, this book. Little corner tuck here with one of those little ledgery looking pages and a little green dot or circle. It was a tiny tuck spot, so I put some tiny goodies in there. Let's see, this is from, I think this is from a ledger book that I got that actually has some writing on it. I think that's cool. I recently got some old, or found some old ledger books at that same antique flea market that I mentioned earlier. So I had fun there, finding lots of vintage goodies. Here's a little pocket on this page. This page has a tab, and we've got a message paper here, note paper. And then we have back in there. And sometimes it's hard to get these back in while you're trying to be quick on camera here. A journaling card and a little picture. I don't want to get that wrinkled or anything. Put it like that for now. Here I've got, this is a post-it note that says to do, and it has a, this is a post-it note. So you can take this off and move it around, or leave it here as a flip up, whatever you want to do. This is from a pretty bird book that I have. I love this color here, yellow. And then there's some information on the back that you can read if you want. This is another page from that Boy Scout book. The scrapbook paper, this is from Anne of Green Gables. This is from a drawing book that I have about how to draw and create art. This is from that, I believe that botanical book. So it has drawings here of different flowers and flower parts and plant parts. This is another page with a tab. So this is cool, from the children's poetry book, and it has a cute goat on this side. We used to have goats, so this was cute. I love that one. Just some more pretty cardstock, ledger paper, about six probably about 6 pieces of ledger paper, and I think a lot of them fold out and things like that. Anne of Green Gables book, some of the images and pictures. This is from the artist book. This was really pretty. I like that. See how pretty that is. How to draw. Or another tabbed page, another page from the bird book. This is from the this Anne book. This is from this book. A page with a tab here. This is from the bird book. Another page from the ledger. When I say ledger, I mean one of the it's an old-fashioned ledger that was had A through Z in it and lined pages. That's what I mean by ledger on that. There's different types of ledger, of course. This is a modern day ledger, but of course there's some old of this too. This is from the pattern. This is a pocket. Let's see. Yeah, we're not quite at the back, but I've got some goodies in here. This is cool. I really like this one. And it's blank on the back, so you can write on the back or do whatever you want to do with that. This is a game card. This was a game about food. It had a lot of food pictures in it, so this is sausage on this side. And some silly pictures of food. And then it's lined with a vintage or old book page. And I thought this was cute too. It's pink. It says ledger sheet on it. And this is from a bridge game, but I had never seen anything like this before. They're pink with red lines and all these little squares and things. And so I thought that was ledger sheet for recording individual scores. So just a really different pink score sheet there. And then this is made from like cardstock, and it's got the pretty patterns on the back here. Another page from that botanical book. And we've got some scrapbook paper. This is some tracing paper. I like how you can see the picture through there. And then this is from this book, the Anne of Green Gables. This is from an old address book. Anne of Green Gables. This is from that Christmas music book. Isn't that pretty? It's in the camera, it doesn't look as pretty as it is in person. This is a real pretty rosy pink. It's just brighter than, I'm looking at the camera and in my phone here, and I can see it's not coming through as pretty as it is in person. At least that's what it looks like right now from what I'm looking at. So this is from a daytimer, the old ledger, more botanical, the budget book. Here's another pretty good page from the gardening book, art book. So you get the idea. I just used a lot of different types of pages in here, so you'd have a variety of fun pages. This is the pirate book. This says Wander. The pirate book. Yep. Another one of those pretty bird pages. And again, this color, it looks good on the camera, but it's more of a golden, kind of mustardy looking color. And on my camera, it looks like bright yellow. So we'll see what it comes through like on the video, but some pretty cardstock here with them. We're toward the back, so this is the pocket that I put in for the back of the book. Got some goodies in here, some note paper. This is some note paper, a book page, journaling card, and some note paper. So lots of interesting little papers. to write on. You can staple them or glue them in here. You know, you can add them, punch holes and add them into the book. Whatever you want to do. This is the back pages, just like the front, they match. And then this is the envelope full of goodies. Let's see if I should pull anything out or save it all as a surprise. I'll let you look down in there and let me pull out one thing here. I'll leave everything else for a surprise, but I thought this was cool. Little black and white picture that you can use to embellish your book. I just like these old-fashioned looking pictures. It's from a magazine. I cut it out, but it looks like a picture. I thought it was really awesome. So that's in there, and this envelope is really pretty. It's got a gingham lining. So really nice to have that.